It's Joe Zekas. I'm in the car with Nat Swift, also from YoChicago. And we're in the West Chesterfield neighborhood at the corner of 93rd and State. Off to our right, that we just passed, is the Gillespie Elementary School. Unlike many of the elementary schools on the south side of Chicago, it's not all African American. Out of the 714 students, there's one white and 4 Hispanics. That demographic pretty well reflects the racial composition of the West Chesterfield neighborhood, which has a population of only 7 whites, 12 Hispanics, and 1,965 African Americans. West Chesterfield is an affluent neighborhood, however, with an average family income in 2005 of approximately $68,000. It was well above the citywide average. We're traveling along Michigan Avenue at this point, and you can see that there's a fairly wide mix of housing in the West Chesterfield neighborhood. It's virtually all single families, however, and 88% of the housing in this neighborhood is owner-occupied, a much higher percentage than in the city as a whole. Driving east at this point, headed towards Indiana Avenue. We've now turned onto Indiana and we're headed north. Over on the left you see the homes of Chatham Place, which were built in the late 90s and currently resell in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. Like most of Chatham, it's an extremely well manicured and extremely well maintained community. On the left you see an unusual half of a duplex home and some of the more unusual duplex homes that exist in the neighborhood. In the summertime, the entire area is lush and green, and many of the streets are tree-lined with a cathedral effect. Chatham itself has a fair amount of multifamily housing sprinkled in, and the composition of owner-occupied housing stock is slightly less than 50%, more reflective of the city of Chicago as a whole. You're seeing some of the small mini Tudors that dot the area, and some of them are jewel-like and very pretty. Like West Chesterfield, Chatham is a predominantly African-American community. Racial composition of Chatham being more than 98% African-American. still possible to buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, well-maintained bungalow in Chatham in or near the $200,000 range, although homes in Chatham can range upwards of $1 million. There's generally a feeling of calm and relative safety as you walk around Chatham's quiet streets. Chatham is not quite as affluent a community as West Chesterfield, with an average household family income of $58,000 a year in 2005. Chatham has pretty good access to public transportation on the west side along the Red Line, and the Dan Ryan Expressway is the border on the west of Chatham. There's also huge new shopping development at Chatham Market Square, and additional shopping planned. There's a Target and Lowe's on the way, and a raft of other apparently pretty successful stores. And of course there's the well-known Chatham Food Center on 79th Street, which we're approaching and will arrive at in just a few seconds.